All right, it's been long enough, I guess. And yeah, I got a fucking Giants fucking poster in my bathroom for the video. For all those who give a fuck. All right? I have one. Give a fuck if you do. All right? Fuck off. Now, for the non-idiots in the fucking comment section, I'm wearing all black for the death and showing support for me mourning not only the Giants fucking season, but Brian Daboll's coaching tenure here. And essentially, whatever hope that we had of making it work, it's all dead, okay? And you could easily say, well, hey, you're 2-8, your season was over anyway. But it's kind of why this motherfucker got fired, bro. And I have been I don't want to say I've been one of his biggest supporters since day one. Since game one, when the Titans missed the field goal. You could say, well, the Titans missed the field goal. It really wasn't on him. And you might be right. I won't even argue that. I think maybe there was some luck there. And looking back on it, I can understand that. But I also think it was kind of a foreshadowing. Like, just think about how fucking ironic it is what I'm about to say here. A kicker missed a field goal to start Brian Daboll's NFL career. And part of the reason why he's not the Giants coach anymore is kickers not being able to fucking do their job. So there's that. There's the other part where Jackson Dart, bars, is now in the concussion protocol again, and people like to argue, well, Dabes ran him into the ground and he did that. Nah, man, I love Six. Love Jackson Dart. I love Anakin. That's what I call him. But it's on him, bro. He's got to fucking slide. And we all love the Cam Scatterboo-like nature that he has where he runs angry and he runs aggressive. Until he's on your team and he's not fucking available, and then people have to start hoping he's going to wear a goddamn Guardian cap. So there's that too. And I was going to come on here and do a post-game from the Bears game, but I honestly had a feeling that my guy Davis was going to get fired, so there was no point. And then he got fired, and I didn't want to come on here and just start talking shit and say things that I didn't necessarily mean or whatever. So I took the week, to kind of think about it. And with that, bro, like, I wish Dabes was our offensive coordinator. I really do. Because you can't tell me that he doesn't have anything to do with Jackson Dart being what he was. Now, does he have everything to do? No. I don't think so. I think there's so much that happened off script. And you can see it. Like, think of the Eagles game, the first one, where basically the play breaks down. He kind of runs into his own guy, Dart being, and then he rolls to the right, finds Dale, and Dale does the rest, goes for a touchdown. That's off script. I can show you the Denver game, the Bellinger touchdown. That's off script. It's Dart moving in the pocket, climbing up, got a wide open belly, Dart of a throw. Fucking pun intended, right? Right in the breadbasket. I also see that this is essentially the same offense, actually worse than what Daniel Jones had last year. And Dart is balling. And then you could say, well, Daniel Jones is playing really well too, so what does that have to do with anything? What I'm talking about is people told me that Daniel Jones couldn't succeed here because he has nothing. Bullshit. Okay? Daniel Jones couldn't succeed here because he's not made for New York. He fits Indiana very well. And I've never hated Daniel Jones, the guy. I hate the fucking player because he embarrassed me. How could it not have partially to do with him? We get fucking our doors blown off 40-0 against Dallas that week one. It's one of the most humiliating and humbling fucking losses I've ever had in my life. That's besides the point. So we got Dable gone. We got Dart is going to be hurt. And who's going to take his place? Number 19, thank God that Mike Kafka made a decision that clearly Dable wasn't gonna, or was incapable, or for whatever reason didn't want to. Because I can't watch Russell Wilson fucking play quarterback for my fucking team! Can't. You could say, oh, well, Dallas. No, Dallas is awful. Russell Wilson is awful too. And I can't watch him go back there and then he's going to throw the ball out of the end zone 4 or 5 different fucking times. And I said 5 different times there are 4 downs. That's how dumb his football awareness has been for us. And I have mad respect for Russ. He's a Hall of Famer. I think that's the whole point as to why he was brought in, is the thought that he could have provided something more. But nonetheless, number 19, Mr. Eating Dubs is going to come in. And it's ironic because I don't want to see Jameis Winston. I want my quarterback, I want Dart, I want Anakin out there. But if you're going to tell me I have to watch a backup quarterback, sure, give me Jameis. Jameis Winston is probably the best backup quarterback in the league. And with that comes he's going to throw some interceptions. He's going to throw some passes where we're going to watch and we're going to say, oh, what the fuck was that? He's also going to make some throws where we're like, what the fuck was that? And how the fuck did that get through? How did he make that throw? He was a former number 1 overall pick for a reason. And for those old enough, I remember the draft hype. I remember watching Jameis come out, and I remember watching him kind of turn around Tampa Bay from what the past quarterbacks did, like Josh Freeman and all those other bums. Again, I think the epitome of what Jameis Winston is that 30 for 30 season. You fucking throw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. That's who you are, bro. It's not an accident. I'm sorry. It's not. So with that being said, we look forward to Green Bay and our old friend 18. The good 18. The one who actually fucking catches touchdowns is coming back. Now, I don't know what number he's going to wear yet. But wouldn't really mind at all if Slayton fucking just gave it away. Slayton, go back to fucking 86 and let Fedoni figure something else out, bro. Because he hasn't made a play either. Has Fedoni even really played? He's got a target. He's got a single fucking target. No. But Isaiah Hodgins is coming back. And maybe we get some old, Giants at home wearing vintage uniforms against the Packers magic. And maybe our third string quarterback like DeVito did wins the game. I'm not scared of the Packers. I'm supposed to be scared of Micah, who's Andrew Thomas has seen multiple times. No. Supposed to be scared of Rashawn Gary? No. Jermaine Illuminor is going to be over there. They don't have a defensive tackle since they sent out Kenny Clark to the Cowboys. I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of anybody on that defense, bro. And I have mad love for X. Mad love. You know what? He'll probably intercept Jameis Winston twice. He probably will. At least once. And I'll be fine with it. It's going to suck because at that point, like, the home crowd's going to probably boo, if not kind of, we don't know what to do because we kind of liked you. Because you were a Giant, bro. And unlike that dickhead in Philly, like, nobody wanted to see you leave. When you left, nobody was pissed at you because you did the fucking ethical thing and you went to a completely different division. You didn't try to spite us and then act like a bitch whenever nobody liked you. Bitch-ass nigga Saquon Barkley. Gotta hope that Tyrone Tracy remembers how to run hard. Maybe go watch some Cam Scottaboo highlights, bro. Because I'm tired of watching you get the ball and you run upright with your goddamn chest in the air and you get smoked. Like the Bears beat your ass, bro. Get fucking low. Run behind your pads. You ever heard of that? It's football 101. This defense, man. I want to believe that this defense is going to get after Jordan Love and make him throw some picks. Because Jordan Love's going to throw us 1 or 2. Are we going to catch it? Hopefully. But he's going to throw us 1 or 2. I mean, he did the last time, and that's what he does. Jordan Love makes great throws. He's a lot like Jameis Winston, except for he doesn't throw the picks as often. You're never going to see a 30 interception season from Jordan Love, right? So really the idea is catch the passes that are thrown to us, get after them, and I think we can win. Josh Jacobs, on the other hand, is really the way that we're going to lose because we don't stop a nosebleed as far as run defense. We don't. And I could easily see a situation where Josh Jacobs gets about 15 to 20 carries and probably goes for 120 to 170 because we don't stop the run. And that leads me to this dumb-ass defensive coordinator, Mr. Doofy himself, Shane Bowen. You're a loser, you're a dickhead, and I hate you. I hate you so much as our defensive coordinator. I'd bring James Betcher's dumbass back. I would. I cannot stand watching your dumbass drop Brian Burns, the sack leader, into coverage on 3rd and long. And then you put 3 down linemen on, and one of them ain't Dexter Lawrence. You put Roy Robertson Harrison out there. I'm sorry, Roy Robertson Harris. Who cares? You're a bum anyway. You put Nacho out there, and Dex is on the sideline. And then I got to hear and try to combat all you dumbasses talking about Dex is washed. No. It's our defensive coordinator has no clue the Ferrari that he's sitting on top of, and I've had to watch it for 2 years. We got defensive backs returning punts and calling it defensive back coverage. On 3rd and long, on 4th and long, and then quarterbacks dink and dunk, and then we wonder why we can't get a stop. We wonder why the defense gasses out. We wonder why we give up fucking leads. Tell you what, Robert Saleh would look absolutely incredible back in MetLife on our side of the ball wearing blue. Robert Saleh would get the most out of this defense and we'd be top 5. I'm not even kidding you. You could say, oh, well, give Bowen a break. There's been some injuries. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And you know why? Because I watch other teams with defensive coordinators who have half a brain cell figure out how to put their players in the best position to mitigate the embarrassment and the disaster plays. And this goofy idiot never can. So fuck him. Fuck Deontay Banks too, but the defensive coordinator is the coach of the defense. Do your fucking job. Because I don't want to hear, oh, Paul Debo's out. Paul Debo hasn't made a single play all year. Cordell Flott has been our best defensive back. So you can say, oh, well, he's been out. Okay, I'll give you that. I've missed Cordell Flott myself. But there's no excuse for a professional defensive coordinator who makes the kind of money that this loser does to just constantly fumble it. He has no situational awareness, which led to Brian Daboll getting fired because Brian Daboll wouldn't put an end to it. So he ended up getting shot. Bye. But I got to sit here and watch the coordinator turn head coach who actually did something with this team with less talent get canned. And I got to watch this idiot stay here. And then the excuse is, oh, well, who's going to coach it? Anybody but him. Put Dre Patterson over there. The players don't even respond to Bowen anymore, bro. Did you see the fucking video of them on the sideline when they're actually, I think it was against Philly. Nobody's even looking at him. The players are celebrating and they're playing well. Nobody gives a damn about Shane Bowen because they don't believe in him. So if the players don't believe in him and there's no buy-in, what are we doing? You're going to cut the high paid players on the team, the high drafted players on the team? No, because you won't cut Deontay Banks. You won't cut Evan Neal. So you won't cut Jalen Hyatt. You won't even trade those guys for sevens. So what are we doing, right? Like, what are we 6 years in a row where we're 2-7 or worse? Oh man. It's like all this season, the rest of this season is really just, hey, once again, what young players do we have to look forward to? I guess you could say the difference is we actually have a superstar quarterback as a rookie to look forward to, and that's great. We have Cam Scatterbo coming back, Malik Neighbors coming back. That's great. But I'm really at a point now. I've seen so many talented players come through this organization, underperform, not perform, or absolutely just get hurt. Go to another team, and they fucking go off. And then people are like, oh, well, he was a bust in New York. No, the coaching was horrific. So how many fucking seasons do we have to go through, Giants fans, where we have some of the worst coaching in the league, if not the absolute worst? How many? Because it's to a point where people think Abdul Carter is a fucking bust. And they try to compare him to Chase Young. Area 51 is not a fucking bust. Watch the games. He's destroying offensive linemen. He's getting in the backfield. He's making quarterbacks scramble and run. That's why Brian Burns has a lot of sacks too. Because you have to pay attention to this defensive line. And this dumbass dude, Shane Bowen, just has no clue. It's sexier to drop 3 and drop our fucking pass rushers into coverage. And then wonder why our quarterbacks are so comfortable against us. Wonder why Spencer Rattler felt so comfortable to say, well, the defenses aren't really, disguising anything. They play straight up. And we do, and we got cooked. Why can't our defensive coordinator figure out that a disguise might actually help some of these third and fourth string corners and safeties? Tyler Newman's a bum anyway, but back to what I just said. Is it that he's a bum? Or is it that in the 2 seasons he's been in the NFL, he's had one defensive coordinator, and that one defensive coordinator is, you guessed it, doofy Shane Bowen. So I'm supposed to believe that a guy in college who had incredible ball production, and was the reason he was a high second-round pick, was the reason he was the highest rated fucking safety in the draft. Basically, every other Minnesota safety balls out. And we apparently took the one who can't. I don't buy it. We have a defensive coordinator who has absolutely no idea what he has and how to use it, and he needs to be fired. I cannot watch this anymore. I can't. Our middle linebackers are horrific. But even with that, when the offense knows exactly what you're getting from the defense, there's basically nothing they can do anyway. So Shane Bowen, please, please, please stop showing up for work. Quit. Do the wink thing. Just quit. Because quitting outright would be so much more beneficial to these players, the fan base, the franchise, everybody in between, than consistently stealing the money that this team is paying you to absolutely go brain neutral every single time they need to stop. Absolutely. So the death of Brian Dable, the death of the Giants season, and hopefully the death of Shane Bowen as our defensive coordinator, and Giants fans, next year, we get Leak back, Scat, and a healthy Jackson Dart. Hopefully we fucking upgrade our interior offensive line. Hopefully we get some corners. I want Whit Weeks from LSU in the draft at linebacker, or Mansour Delane at corner. We need to boost this shit. Because the Giants have talent, bro. And we need to pay big money to bring other shit in while we have a superstar rookie quarterback on a rookie deal not making a goddamn thing. Same with Leak and Scat. They're not making anything. Theo Johnson's not making anything. Wandale Robinson's not making anything. What are we doing? Shane, and this time I mean Joe, please, bro. I still have so much hope in you. Do not let me down like Brian Dable did. Anyway, guys, if you're still here, you're a trooper, and it probably means that you like to watch me get pissed off and rant and rage about the New York Giants. And if that's the case, then I appreciate you. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is. Follow me on Twitter. I go off on Twitter because it's a lot easier to constantly get pissed off without actually having to get the emotions going on Twitter. All right? Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back. Hopefully after we win against the Packers, but I doubt it. Deuces.